Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry.
And I'm Irene.
You
And
know,
obviously we're in the greenhouse.
well, the wind's blowing like crazy outside right now.
Yeah, so everything's squeaking and creaking. We're getting ready for the weather tonight. We had a change where we didn't actually get as cold last night as they originally forecast. I think it only got down to, what did I say, 40 or something last night?
41.
41, yeah. So that's a big change from, freezing. But it's going to happen in the next couple of days, and we're continuing to work towards getting everything as ready as we can. And one of the things that we can do is we have a bunch of seedlings in here, and some of them are bigger like these guys, and I'm really not too concerned about them because they're all cabbage, which means they're very cold tolerant to start with, and they've been potted up for a couple of weeks. They're doing fine. I wouldn't want it to be 20 degrees in here, but I'm not too concerned about getting just a little cold. But what I am going to do is I do have this tray here, which is itty bitty. I mean, there's a couple of new ones that just came up today. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of heat mats under these guys, which will get turned on late afternoon. Yep. It'll get turned on late afternoon. And I'm not going to run these heat mats real hot. They're going to be probably set at 60 or 65 degrees. The whole point is just to keep them a little bit warmer. And I will toss a piece of plastic. You guys saw me do that last year. I'll toss a piece of plastic over the top of this. It'll just help to keep it a bit warmer. So all we need to do is levitate a rather wobbly thing.
There you go. Set it down.
Okay.
All right. Move it underneath the rails.
Yep.
Well, that's one.
Yep. And then all we have to do is I will make sure everything is all plugged together, and I will set the temperature so that we know what's going on now. This is one of those annoying ones that...
It has a separate thermocouple so we can see what the temperature is.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it underneath.
Yep.
We've had problems last time with anything that wasn't like underneath. Underneath gives us an accurate reading, it seems, and I usually stick it towards the middle somewhere so you're not dealing with, anything else. They have this cute little sticker thing on it that you're supposed to be able to stick it to the side, or you're supposed to be able to stick it to the dome. It lasts for like 0.2 seconds and then it falls off, if it even sticks. Yeah.
It doesn't stick.
Even stick. I mean, this would probably work out great on a glass window, but plastic semi-flexible trays it doesn't
work.
So you can plug a beast in for me?
Yep.
We have a plug strip down here that connects around to our permanent install. Okay, I'm going to hit the set button and see what it is. Oh, did you just do something? You turned it off.
That's on.
Yeah, I'm going, wait a minute. As I'm hitting the set button, the entire thing goes off, and I'm like, that's not cool.
Yeah, the switch wasn't set all the way in one direction or the other, so I flipped it off and then put it back on.
Okay, now I'm going to have to... Then this is one of those annoying ones that I could never make switch. I need to know what... Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, what is 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? 15.6, Irene.
Okay. So I'm going to set it at 16. That'll be fine. So we're not trying to keep it hot. We're just trying to keep it from getting too cold. So it says 16. It'll stop blinking at some point. That's all I had to do is hit the set button and then hit the up and down buttons until I got it where I wanted it to be. And I'll check it later, where it's after lunch now, but I will check it. I don't have to run it during the day unless we need it, but that's handy dandy.
Now Irene's going to do some more mats under these other things, and
Right.
she'll bring you back then so you can see the excitement.
I don't think it's going to be particularly exciting. I'm just going to put some probably, well, I'm definitely going to put that under that one. I probably don't even need to put these underneath, but I do have plastic down here that I will put over the entire thing at bedtime tonight. And it's nothing special, just cheesy old plastic. It's not even greenhouse plastic, it's just plastic. Because you don't need greenhouse plastic if you're just trying to do a temporary fix like that. So that's what we're going to do. Other than that, we are going to go outside. We're going to take off these covers. So, because we wanted to get a little bit more sun. The days are shorter now, and more sun is a better thing.
We have a lot to do.
Yeah.
I had more things planned outside, but with this wind, it's not advisable to do some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Having big pieces of sheet material that's going to act as a sail isn't a good plan. So I'll have
Right.
to get up early tomorrow morning and get a couple of things done that I'd planned for today.
Right, we've got wind advisories all day today. In the garden, I'm just leaving the row covers on. I'm not going to try and take them off. It's too windy. We wind up in Connecticut somewhere.
Wrong direction.
Wrong direction, yeah.
It would end up in Wyoming from here.
Oh, I don't want to be there. They got bad
Snow.
stuff.
They
Well,
have
they'll
snow.
have snow, but yeah, from Wyoming you might wind up in Oklahoma or someplace, and there they're just getting blown away by tornadoes. So that's one of those areas that when we're driving through, we're always like watching the weather like a hawk. Radish. One sour radish. All I did here today was I put a heat mat under one of the trays. Now, this tray is our smallest collection of seedlings. All these other guys are bigger. They're several weeks older. It's a cabbage plant. It's already been potted up, and they're nice and healthy. The one thing I will make sure tonight is I will make sure, and this is really important, if you know your plants might be stressed because of temperature, always make sure they've been well watered. But not like the leaves should not be wet, but they should have, the soil should be well watered and everything else. Eliminating one more stress on their list of issues that they have is a good thing. So all we did here today was we put a heat mat under this smallest seedling tray, and it's set for about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I will check this again later to make sure it's working. If it's not, I have spares. The whole point is just to try and keep the soil temperature from going down too low tonight. And tonight, when I shut the greenhouse down at the end of the day, I will cover this entire rack here. See these pieces of bent conduit? I'll cover this entire section with a layer of plastic. It'll help to hold the heat in here. And it'll probably be 10 degrees warmer in there tonight than it will be anyplace else in here. We also are considering putting the heater in today. So that's another thing Henry's on the process of doing. He's already got pieces of it in here.
I have the propane cylinder hooked up outside. I have the base for the heater. I need to bring the heater in and then connect it, and we should be ready to go then.
Yeah.
I have a carbon monoxide detector that is battery operated that we'll put in here just in case. If the heater starts putting off carbon monoxide, it'd be nice to know it before we come in here, because we can always just open it up and air it out.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't be our method of choice, but we're not set up for electrical heat right now. So
Well, that may be coming, so you have to hang around and see what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll happen this winter or not. It'll depend partially on the weather,
Yes, it will.
because there's a limit to what you could do when everything's frozen solid.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, because we're going to be doing a lot more stuff. And you don't want to miss anything that Irene's doing out here in the greenhouse, and the harvesting that we're going to be doing out in the yard, and a few winterization issues that we have going on.
Yep,
There's just a lot of stuff.
lots happening. And when we'll definitely be harvesting our sweet potatoes soon, because as soon as they've been hit by frost, they have to be harvested. And we'll get to count our winter squash soon too, because if it does get frosted tonight, that'll kill the rest of the leaves, and then we'll be able to see all the winter squash.
So we'll be harvesting those butternut squash here in the next probably 24 hours, because I think by tomorrow afternoon we have to make sure we bring those in,
Yeah,
because
probably.
if we get really, really cold,
We don't
we'll
want to
lose
freeze them.
So,
We don't want to freeze them.
So we'll be bringing them in.
Right, yeah, because Tuesday night we're supposed to get really cold. We're supposed to get down like 25 or something. Fun like that.
Yeah, so we don't have to
With
say
snowstorms and everything.
no snowstorms.
Well, I think the ground's too warm.
Well, we'll still have snow.
Yeah, it just won't. It'll turn into
Mush.
mush. I think Jack and Kat will not be happy, but it's okay.
We won't be happy either, because it'll be mushy.
As long as we've got all our things done, we can sit in the house and look out the window and go, look, snowflakes.
We've done that before.
We have, and it's not a bad thing, especially if you have a hot cup or something.
Time to say goodbye, Irene.
Okay, so until next time, bye.
Don't forget to brainstorm.